Welcome back to our continuing adventures on the Let's Defend platform. Today we are going to work on the second to last of the alerts for, well, I was going to say February 7th, but it looks like this is the last bit for February in its entirety. We are doing a SOC108 EventID 54 or Malicious Remote Access Software Detected. Occurred February 7th, 2021 at 1:21 p.m. And so what do we have? Oh, wait. I guess it'd help if I actually looked at the appropriate. Oh, alert. Alright, so we have Mark's phone reaching out to TeamViewer.com, and looks like that actually went all the way through. So, Mark's phone has been previously put in containment, or at least requested containment. No log, no log, no log, dry hole. Okay, how about in the perimeter? There's got to be something considering the fact that we picked up on this. February 7th, 121 proxy. Yeah, that looks like what we're expecting to see. And it does indeed point to the phone going out to TeamViewer.com. How about reverse? Nothing. Okay then. So endpoint does not help us in the slightest, and all we've got to go on is pretty much perimeter firewall / proxy logs. Okay. Chrome mobile agent. Not really a whole lot to go through and dig through. I mean, we're just going off that one hit. Well, that's a Microsoft IP, and that's verified in the Netherlands. Doesn't look like any sort of blacklists. No? Hmm. So what I'm doing off screen is I am just doing an NS lookup on TeamViewer.com. I get something entirely different. Granted, it's also not February 7th, and I'm not on the Let's Defend network. But I get the, instead of 13.95.16.245, I've got 75.2.4.17. So let's do a little bit of metaphorical shit and giggle. We have an IP. Does this go back to a Microsoft? This one goes to Amazon. Well, that's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess it could be an equal opportunity hoster. Both be on Microsoft Azure and everything else. And what is it? Amazon AWS. Dates resolved. So apparently it's been jumping all over the place. That was 13.95.245. Huh. Although, interestingly enough, I mean, okay, that was valid. And then late 2020, it would have changed to what I just had it resolved to. So what the? Oh, whatever. I mean, we've got evidence to support. At the same time, also repute it, but Okay. Let's see. Yep. Okay. That's all we need. I think we've. This is a rather simple one to diagnose. Gonna treat it as if trying to hit TeamViewer is a no-no. Because in most orgs it was, or is. Unless you're paid for it. Just copying and pasting these as from the notes that I'm keeping as I go through and do this. And then, what is it? Just Chrome-Mobile Agent. Search log. Analyze it. Oh, crap. So here's the fun part. If these remote softwares are going to be considered malicious because there's not anything outright approved by the organization, if you're going with that particular thought process, then obviously it stands to reason that even going to those remote software websites would kind of follow down that chain, right? I mean, I'm not under or overthinking this. I don't know, I don't think there's really a good way to answer this. I wouldn't really call it malicious. I would point more towards non-malicious myself because, oh God, sit around and argue policies apparently. The software is going to be considered malicious by the organization, then the website would be considered malicious by the organization. If none of that was put into place, you'd mark it essentially as non-malicious because it's legitimate software. It's a tool that can be used both for good and for evil, just like any tool. I think we're just going to err on the side of policy. Not that I fully 100% agree with that, but I don't know. We've just fill this in. No, actually, it was the whole thing. HTTPS is the URL that it wants. We don't have an MD5 because nothing was actually pulled down, so we've effectively just have. But did anyone access it? Yes. The agent's already put into quarantine. So again, I'm either thinking this through to a policy conclusion or I'm completely off and I'm taking the path of, well, I guess technically the site would be malicious as opposed to not malicious. I don't know. Oh, let's see. We'll mark it as a true positive. App itself is considered malicious per policy. That app's site would be considered malicious then. Question, question, question? I don't know, spin the wheel. I could argue either which way with probably equal amounts of fervor, but don't really want to sit there and get into an argument in regards to any of this. So, ooh, ouch. Hmm. All right. I would sit tight. I don't know. This may or may not stay. Because I believe that the last time TeamViewer came up, might have been to another phone, but I think it was the actual app itself. I had said not malicious and was knocked points. The thought process being it would be against most company policy to utilize such a thing, so you treat it in the negative. And so apparently the data shows the opposite then. I don't know. This one I will raise up, and if I think about it, I will see about appending a note to maybe the tweet and the update the YouTube video description if they go through and fix it. Because I don't really think I could sit there and, well, I guess I could make like a really, really quick short update video to denote as to whether or not if this gets backwalked. But let me highlight that so I can go back for review. But all that to say, there you go. There's our SOC108 EventID 54 malicious remote access software detected, to and which occurred February 7th, 2021 at 1:23 p.m. With that being said, I will see everyone in the next video.